Welcome to Top Liberty Coins, the channel where rare treasures and hidden coin secrets come to life. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1983 D Lincoln penny. This coin might look ordinary at first glance, but don't be fooled. Some of these 1983 D cents are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, selling for $787.99 or more depending on grade, mint error, and composition. So stay with us till the end as we uncover the real story, the hidden errors, and the true collector's value of this incredible coin. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin proudly displayed Lincoln's portrait and the word liberty, a reminder of the nation's freedom and history. For over a century, this coin has symbolized American endurance and pride. The 1983 D, a turning point in coin history. The year 1983 was no ordinary year for the Lincoln cent. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a huge change, switching from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating to save money. That means 1983 D pennies were supposed to be zinc-based. But strange things happened that year. Some coins were accidentally struck in solid copper, creating rare transitional errors now worth a fortune. What does the D mean on the coin? The D mint mark under the date stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mints that produces billions of coins each year. The Denver Mint is known for its precision, but even the best mints can make mistakes, and those mistakes are exactly what makes some 1983 D cents extremely valuable. Part 5. The design details. The obverse, front, shows the classic image of Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Above Lincoln's head is, "In God We Trust," on the left side, liberty, and the year 1983 followed by the D mint mark. The reverse, back, features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent at the bottom. Even tiny differences in lettering, rim, or memorial details can signal a rare variety. The copper versus zinc mystery. Here's where it gets interesting. In 1983, the mint had already switched to zinc planchets, which made the coin much lighter, 2.5 grams instead of 3.11 grams for copper coins. However, a few 1983 D cents were mistakenly struck on leftover copper planchets from 1982. If your penny weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations. You may have a rare copper transitional error worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. How to test your 1983 D PNN? You don't need fancy tools to start. First, use a digital gram scale to weigh your coin. If it weighs 3.11 grams, it's likely copper. If it's 2.5 grams, it's the regular zinc version. Also, use a magnet test. Pennies should not stick to a magnet. Always handle your coin carefully by the edges. Fingerprints can reduce its value. The value in the current market. Now for the part everyone's waiting for, current market value. As of today, regular 1983 D zinc pennies are worth just 1 cent, unless in uncirculated or proof condition. However, rare copper versions and error coins have sold for $787.99, $1,000, and even $2,500 in certified auctions. Coin collectors love these transitional errors because they tell a story of change in U.S. mint history. Major errors. Look for check for these rare varieties: double die reverse, doubled lettering on 1 cent, or e pluribus unum. Center strike, part of the design missing, broad strike, rim is flattened and stretched, die cracks or die chips, raised lines or lumps, especially near Lincoln's face or memorial. Each of these errors can raise the value dramatically. Grading your coin. Grading matters. A 1983 D penny in poor P condition may bring just a few cents, but a coin in mint state, MS 65 or higher, can be worth hundreds. Professional grading services like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX can authenticate and assign an official grade. A graded, slabbed coin increases collector confidence and resale value. The 1983 D double die varity. Some 1983 D cents show clear doubling on liberty and in God We Trust, known as a double die obverse, DDO. these are highly collectible and can be worth $100 to $1,000, depending on clarity and condition. Always check under magnification, because these small details make big differences. Historical significance beyond its value. The 1983 D cent marks a historic shift in U.S. coinage, from copper to zinc. It reflects America's economic adjustments, technological improvements, and minting efficiency. Every 1983 D penny tells a story about a country balancing tradition and change. How to store and protect your pennies. If you find a potential treasure, protect it. Use coin flips, capsules, or holders to prevent scratches and oxidation. Never clean your coins. Cleaning can destroy their natural surface and slash their value instantly. Store them in a cool, dry place, away from moisture and sunlight. Future value and investment. Potential rare 1983 D copper pennies and double die errors will only become more valuable over time as supplies shrink and collector demand rises. Even common 1983 D cents in pristine condition can be great for long-term collectors. So always check your change, because what looks like a penny could be a hidden jackpot. Final thoughts and channel MESSAGE, and that's the story of the 1983 D Lincoln cent, a small coin with a massive legacy. If you have one, take a close look. You might be holding a piece of American history worth $787.99 or more. If you love coin collecting, rare finds, and hidden treasures, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Top Liberty Coins. Every week, we uncover the truth behind coins you carry in your pocket, because at Top Liberty Coins, every coin has a story. Thank you for watching, and remember, check your pennies, because you might just be holding gold in disguise. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprising coins in American history, the 1984 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it's just a simple copper-colored cent. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking penny could be worth up to $787.98, or even more? Stay with me till the end, because we're going to uncover every secret, every detail, and every hidden clue that makes the 1984 Lincoln cent one of the most exciting coins in the collector's world. The story behind the 1984 Lincoln cent. The story of the Lincoln cent begins way back in 1909, when the United States Mint released it to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it replaced the Indian head penny and became the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. By 1984, the penny had already seen several changes, from its metal composition to small design updates, and yet, this particular year, 1984, turned out to be a year that would surprise collectors for decades to come. A changing time in the U.S. Mint. In 1982, the Mint made a major change, switching from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc composition. That means most 1984 pennies are actually 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper coating. But here's where it gets interesting. The change led to minting differences, die wear, and striking errors, giving rise to rare and valuable varieties that we still hunt for today. The famous 1984 EAR. The most famous variety from 1984 is the double die obverse, often called the double-ear Lincoln penny. If you look closely at Lincoln's ear on some 1984 cents, you'll see a clear doubling, like he has a second ear shadow behind the first one. This doubling came from a misalignment during the die creation process, and only a small number of these coins made it into circulation. Collectors love this error, and depending on condition, it can fetch hundreds of dollars, sometimes more than $700. How to identify the double EAR? To identify this rare variety, you'll need a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Look at Lincoln's ear, right behind the earlobe. You should see a clear secondary outline or doubling effect. Also, examine the details around the eye and the jawline. Sometimes the doubling can extend slightly there too. If you find one of these, congratulations, you might just be holding a small treasure. The difference between regular and RRE: most 1984 pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent, but those with the double die obverse or minting flaws stand apart. Graded examples in MS65 red, mint state, have sold for $250 to $800, depending on color, luster, and strike sharpness. And uncirculated pieces with perfect clarity have fetched over $1,000 in auctions. Why collectors love the 1984 PN. Why the charm of the 1984 Lincoln cent lies in its mystery. It's not just about money, it's about discovery. Each coin carries a story from the past: the mint workers' strike, the shift from copper to zinc, and the precision of the dies. Collectors love coins that tell a deeper story, and the 1984 penny does exactly that. The history of its design. Let's appreciate the artistry for a moment. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, designed by Brenner in 1909, a symbol of honesty, leadership, and unity. The reverse of the 1984 penny still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 for Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a detail that many people never notice. Grading. The value coin grading plays a huge role in determining market value. Here's a quick guide: good 2 cents to $0.10, fine 15 cents to $0.25, extremely fine 25 cents to $0.75, about uncirculated, $1 to $2 uncirculated, MS 60 to MS 65, $20 to $1.50, double ear error, MS 65 RD, $500 to $787.98 or more. That's the power of condition and rarity combined. Where to find 1984 PNES? You don't have to be a millionaire to start collecting. Check your change jars, old coin rolls, and penny boxes from banks. Many collectors still find 1984 Lincoln cents hiding in circulation. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt. And who knows, your next handful of change could include a hidden gem. Auction records and market trends. In recent years, coin auctions have shown a surge in interest for Lincoln cents. In one notable case, a 1984 double-ear Lincoln cent graded MS 67 RD sold for over $800. And the market continues to grow as new collectors enter the scene through online platforms like eBay and heritage auctions. So if you're holding a rare 1984 penny, the time to have it graded might be now. How to protect your coins? Once you've found a valuable 1984 penny, protect it. Use coin flips, 2x2 holders, or airtight capsules. Avoid touching it with your fingers. Natural oils can damage the surface. Keep it in a cool, dry place, away from humidity, and always store coins vertically, not stacked. Other 1984 errors to watch for. Besides the double ear error, look for center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or die chips. Weak strikes. Some of these can add extra value, especially if the error is dramatic and visually clear. The future of penny collecting. The penny may one day be discontinued from U.S. circulation. That makes every collectible Lincoln cent more meaningful with each passing year. Future generations might treasure these coins not just for their value, but for their history, as pieces of everyday American life frozen in metal. Conclusion and call to ACTO. And so there you have it, the full story of the 1984 Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with a huge legacy. From the minting floor of 1984 to collectors' showcases today, this humble cent proves that history and value can fit in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever found a 1984 penny in your collection. And remember, every coin has a story, and every story starts with a collector like you. This is Top Liberty Coins, your home for coin discoveries, rare finds, and numismatic knowledge. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your hands steady, and your pockets full of history. Today, we're going deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins, the 1989 Lincoln penny, a coin that many people overlook, but some special varieties are worth up to $787.97 or even more. If you have a jar full of pennies, stay tuned, because one of them might just make you rich. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's explore this amazing cent step by step. The Lincoln cent has a legendary history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it replaced the Indian head penny and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the classic side portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse originally showed 2 wheat stalks. The famous wheat penny design used from 1909 to 1958. In 1959, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, and by 1989, the memorial design was still in use. The 1989 D penny, mint and composition. The D mint mark on your 1989 penny stands for the Denver Mint. In that year, over 5.3 billion pennies were struck in Denver. That's right, billions. the coin is made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. This change happened after 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched from solid bronze to a cheaper zinc core due to rising metal costs. That's why the 1989 penny feels a bit lighter than older copper ones. Common features and design details. The obverse shows President Lincoln's bust, the word Liberty to the left, and the date, 1989, with the mint mark D just below it. Above Lincoln's head, you'll see, "In God We Trust." On the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial with the denomination, 1 cent, and the country name, United States of America. If you look closely under the memorial, you can even see a tiny image of Lincoln sitting inside, a small detail that makes this coin special. Errors that make it valuable. Now here's where things get exciting. The 1989 D penny can be worth hundreds of dollars if it has errors or unique variations. Collectors pay huge premiums for these. Here are some known valuable error types: center strike, part of the design missing or shifted, double die obverse, DDO, letters like Liberty or In God We Trust appear double dot repunched mint mark, RPM, a D struck twice slightly offset, die cracks and cuds, raised metal lines or lumps caused by die damage, wrong planchet strike, extremely rare, struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. Even small doubling can increase the coin's value dramatically. Condition is everything. Collectors always say, condition equals cash. A 1989 D penny found in your change might be worth only 1 cent, but in uncirculated or mint state condition, MS65 or higher, it can bring $5 to $20. And if you have a proof-like strike or error variety, the value can reach $100, $200, or even $787.97, depending on rarity and demand. Always check your coins under bright light and with a magnifier. A tiny detail could be the difference between pocket change and a payday. Grading. The 1989 D Lincoln Cent professional grading is done by services like PCGS, NGC, and ANAX. They use a 70-point scale called the Sheldon scale. Here's a quick breakdown: MS60, 63 uncirculated but with noticeable marks, MS64, 66 sharper luster and cleaner fields, MS67 and above very rare, nearly perfect surfaces. Top grades like MS68 red can sell for hundreds of dollars because collectors love brilliant red color and flawless finish. Record auction sales. Let's talk about real numbers. According to recent coin auction data, a 1989 D Lincoln Cent graded MS68 RD by PCGS sold for around $787.97. Yes, almost $800 for 1 penny. And that's not an isolated case. Many collectors are chasing top condition examples for their registry sets, pushing prices even higher. How to check your coins at home. Here's a simple routine for you to start today. Grab all your 1989 pennies, separate the D mint mark coins, clean gently with dry cloth only, never chemicals. Use a 10x magnifier to inspect Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. Compare with verified images online or coin books. If you suspect something rare, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. How to store and protect your coins. Never handle coins with bare fingers. Use cotton gloves or hold them by the edges. Store valuable coins in 2x2 holders, flips, or airtight capsules to prevent oxidation. Humidity and moisture are enemies of zinc coins, so always keep them in a cool, dry place. A well-preserved 1989 D penny could grow in value over time. Coin collecting as a hobby and investment. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a connection to history and a way to invest. Many collectors who started small, with just a few pennies, have built impressive collections worth thousands of dollars. Each coin tells a story, and the 1989 D penny is part of America's modern minting legacy. Understanding market trends. The coin market is always changing. Demand for high-grade coins increases as collectors complete their sets. Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections show that 1989 D pennies with top grades are consistently selling for strong prices. As time passes and fewer mint state examples remain, the value is likely to rise. Common myths about the 1989 D penny. Some people think every 1989 penny is worth hundreds of dollars. That's not true. Most are only worth face value, unless they are mint state, error coins, or proof-like pieces. The secret is condition plus rarity plus demand. So always verify before selling or buying. how to sell your valuable 1989 D penny if you find a high-grade or error coin. Here are your options: sell it on eBay or Etsy with clear photos, take it to a local coin shop or coin show. Submit to PCGS or NGC for professional grading, list it on collector forums and Facebook groups, always check recent sale prices so you don't underprice your coin. Final thoughts and outro. So friends, the 1989 D Lincoln cent might look ordinary, but hidden among billions are rare and valuable treasures, some worth a few dollars, others reaching $787.97 or more. It's living proof that history still lives in our pockets. That if you love learning about coin values, rare finds, and hidden treasures, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest uploads that we post weekly about coin history, market updates, and top dollar auction surprises. Remember, every penny has a story. Maybe yours is worth more than you think. Thanks for watching. This is Top Liberty Coins, signing off. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern pennies, the 2002 D Lincoln cent, a coin that might look ordinary, but could secretly be worth up to $787.96 or even more, depending on its condition and mint errors. So stay tuned till the end, because in this video, we'll uncover the full story, from its history and production to its collector value, grading, and real market worth. The legacy of the Lincoln PNNY. Before we jump into the 2002 D penny, let's travel back in time. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it displayed Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. Over the decades, the penny went through many design and composition changes, but one thing remained constant: its connection to American pride and history. Introducing the 2002 D Lincoln PNNY. Now, let's focus on the 2002 D Lincoln penny. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the small D mint mark below the date. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents, but only a small portion came out with exceptional quality, rare mint errors, or unusual die varieties, and that's what makes them valuable today. Even though billions were struck, not every penny is the same. Some carry unique flaws or high grades that turn a 1-cent coin into a collectible treasure. Design details and metal. The 2002 D Lincoln cent features the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been used from 1959 until 2008. Here's what makes it special: obverse, the bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right; reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, where you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside if you look closely. Metal composition: 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Weight: 2.5 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Though it's a small coin, its history and significance are huge. How many were made? Mintage and UMBRS. In 2002, the Denver Mint produced over 3.2 billion Lincoln cents. That sounds like a lot, right? But here's the twist: only a tiny fraction of those coins were struck perfectly, graded high, or came with rare mint errors. Collectors look for those few exceptional examples, and those are the ones that can sell for hundreds of dollars. Why some 2002 D pennies are worth money? So what makes one 2002 D penny worth 1 cent, and another worth $787.96? It all comes down to condition, grading, and rarity. Coins with high mint state grades, MS67 or MS68, full strike details, no contact marks or spots, brilliant luster, can sell for hundreds. One flawless coin graded MS68 RD, red, by PCGS was recently auctioned for nearly $787.96. That's right, a 1-cent coin turning into almost $800. Mint errors that add value. Now, let's talk about errors, the exciting part for treasure hunters. Here are a few 2002 D Lincoln penny errors that can be valuable. Double die obverse, doubling on the words liberty or in God we trust. Center strike, when the design is not centered, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs caused by damaged dies, clipped planchet, when a piece of the coin's edge is missing. Each of these can dramatically increase the coin's worth, sometimes hundreds of dollars depending on rarity. How to check if your penny is valuable. Here's how to inspect your penny like a Prousa magnifying glass or coin microscope. Look for any doubling, cracks, or off-center features. Check the coin's shine and details. If it looks perfect, consider sending it for grading to PCGS or NGC. Even a minor error can turn your pocket change into profit. Understanding coin grades. The value of a 2002 D penny depends heavily on its grade. Here's a quick breakdown: MS60, MS63 mint state, but with small marks, worth $1. $5. MS64, MS66 high quality, worth $10. $50. MS67, MS68, exceptional strike, worth $100. $787 plus. If your coin shines bright red, graded as RD, that's a major bonus. How to sell your 2002 D PNNY. If you find a rare or high-grade penny, here's where you can sell it: eBay, Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, Facebook coin groups, local coin dealers. Always check recent sold listings to understand real market prices. Coin collectors tips always handle coins by the edges, never clean coins. Cleaning reduces value. Store coins in protective holders or capsules. Keep a record of grades and purchase details. Stay updated with market prices. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a form of preserving history and building value. The hidden value of modern PNNs. Most people overlook modern pennies, but collectors know better. Some 2000s era Lincoln cents, including 2002 D, have become sleeper hits because of grading rarity. As time passes, fewer high-quality examples survive, making yours even more desirable in the future. So don't ignore the pennies in your pocket change. Your next big find could be hiding there. Real auction examples. Let's look at a few real auction results. A 2002 D Lincoln cent graded MS68 red sold for $787.96. Another with a double die error sold for $125. A coin with a 50% off-center strike fetched $250. That's real money for coins most people throw in a jar. Fun facts about the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. It's the first coin to feature a U.S. president. Over 400 billion Lincoln pennies have been made since 1909. The D mint mark has been used by the Denver Mint since 1906. Every penny tells a piece of American history. Final words and closing. MESSAG. So, my coin enthusiasts, the next time you see a shiny 2002 D Lincoln penny, don't overlook it, check it closely, because that tiny coin could be your ticket to hundreds of dollars. Remember, every coin in your pocket has a story, and here at Top Liberty Coins, we're here to uncover them all. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Top Liberty Coins for more deep dives into rare coins, market trends, and collector tips. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes open, your hands steady, and your coins shining bright. Top Liberty Coins, discover history, one penny at a time.